everyone. I trust we are all okay. I really believe your day once again.
Abe, are you there? Okay, I think his network is having issue.
We will answer Femi from Nigeria. I very delighted to have every one of you on this platform. Thank you for yielding to this call. I'm so
Okay, thank you, Abe. Thank you. Thank you. I think we can start now because I think your network is quite bad. We can't hear what you are saying, Abioye.
of you that on doing ever
We can't hear what you are saying. Okay, anyways, thank you, Abioye. Please, can we all mute our mics?
and
Please mute all your mics. Mute all your mics. Abioye, don't worry. Abioye, please don't worry. Your line is break. We will start like that. Don't worry. Abioye, we will start like that. Don't worry. Your mic is what is it called? It's having network issue. Okay. So welcome everyone once again. Um, it's good to have all of us around, and then of course I will, like we have said, this is going to be an um, interactive session, and of course I want us to, as much as possible, um, uh, what is it called? Ask questions, and then we'll try to answer whatever questions we ask. Okay, so having said that, let's go straight to today's business. We should not waste time. Okay, so now okay, having said that, let's start. Today, I think there are some questions that are on ground already. Please, do we have the French translator? Do we have any French speaking person here? Do we have any French speaking person here? If, if you are French speaking person, please indicate so we can ask the translator to be translating. Do we have anyone speaking French here? Any French speaking participants here? Mr. Abioye, project director.
I'm
Project
on.
director.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please get us the person that is speaking that is translating to translate.
Yes, Mr. Modiana Vosu. I don't know, maybe he's on the call right now. He has reached out to me that he can interpret on our behalf.
Please let him join, please. We so that I want to start.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now Having said that, I've gone through the some of the questions that we are asking already, and then of course, now let me start from making few clarifications before we start asking questions. Okay. The project we are doing currently is engage the community project, and then of course it involves young people coming together to what is it called, to impact their community. Now, having said that, the project, although is an initiative of 3D Africa Youth Organization, however, um, is in the second year, and then of course that means that it is still at its ebb. Um, so what we expect generally is that every of the project that will be done, volunteers are doing them in in their respective environment, their immediate environment. For instance, where I stay currently, I have my community, so I'm expected to carry out the project in my community. The reason being that so that we won't need to stress ourselves, and then of course we won't need to what's it called, um, make unnecessary financial constraint on ourselves. So we are expected to do that project in our immediate environment, and the project is quite simple. You are expected that where you stay around, since whether you are going for I lead or I educate, and like if it's I educate that you are going, you identify a school in your local community, and that is why we gave pre project form. Please, Abioye, do we have the first speaker now?
I'm trying to reach out to him now. He's calling me, but I told him to join immediately, not to call me, just to join immediately. So I'm expecting him to be on right away.
Okay. So you are to um, fill the pre-project form. The pre-project form is actually meant. The pre-project form is the pre-project form is actually meant for us to have the opportunity to give power information about what we want to do. We are to give power information about what we want to do. Okay. Um, we are to give power information about what we want to do, and then of course after giving the information, probably you are the kind of person that in your environment you want to do our educate project. You want to do our educate project. So you go to a particular school in your local environment, and then of course write to them that okay, I want you to come and talk to so persons, so students on SDGs, and I also like to create SDG clubs in the school. Okay, so that's what the educate project is all about. So once they give you the approval, and you create time to prepare for it, and then go. Then once you are going, once you get to the field, or when you get to the school that you want to um, train them, you talk about SDGs 1 to 17, and then why the global goals 2030, and then why they need to embrace SDGs, and then of course liaise with their teachers. Students who are interested in SDGs can now join the SDGs club. Uh, this this SDGs club is what is it called? The SDGs club is a post project activity. So the project generally is into three phases. You have the pre-project. The pre-project is what we are doing currently. For the pre-project, you just need to submit the information of where you want to do the project, the number of people you are expecting to be there, and so on and so forth. Once you are able to give the information, we will follow up from there. We'll follow you up. So if you will follow up, then after following up, um, you go for the project. After the project, at the post project activity, you give your report. Then after the report, once the SDG club is created, we are going to create a platform for the SDG club coordinators. We are in the school that you have gone to. We are going to create SDG club coordinator in the school that you have gone to. Then we will compile everything together. We'll put them through on how they are going to be carrying out. We have a template of how they are going to be carrying out SDG club meetings, and all those ones like that. That's for um, I educate project. For I lead project, is the person around now, Abioye?
I doubt it's not.
Okay. Please, do we have any French speaking person there? I don't want them to miss out. Do you have any French speaking person here? Okay. Okay, let's move on. Now, having said that, that means probably we have to create their own section for them. Please take note, Mr. Bioye. We might need to create their own
All right,
section.
all right. So
So, um, for the the iSkill project is quite easy. The only thing is that um, whether you are using a school, or whether you are using a church or mosque, or you want to young people around your community that you can bring them together. And then if you have a particular skill, it could be catering, bead making. Last year we had people that made beads, bead making, and digital skills. Whatever skills that you are that you want to train them, you gather to them together, and then of course you train them. And then if you train them, if there is need for you to award them certificate, you will let us know so we can also award them certificate as well. So that's for a skill. A skill is quite simple. The only thing you just need to do for a skill is to gather people together and train them on a particular skill. For I lead, the I lead project is in two folds. For the I lead project, what you are going to do is that like I don't know if I can, let me see if I can share my screen and
Yeah. Okay.
see if I can
Yeah, I
play some
can.
of the videos. Um, the WhatsApp video. Let me see if I hope I know some of us who have watched the video of the what's it called? The video of the last year project. The video of the last year project. I'm trying to see if I can get my hands on the video. Now, what the Ali project is all about is that once you start, you recognize your community. Like what I lead project to last year. I went to a community development youth groups. For those that are doing I lead, I want you to listen very carefully. Now, you can do your I lead project in school, whereby you will go to school and train those young people, those school students, on leadership. You train them on leadership, and then once you finish training them on leadership, who is a leader, what a leader does, the qualities of a leader, the skills of a leader, and all those ones like that. Once you finish once you finish that, um Immediately you go to let me see. Now immediately you go to create young leaders club. You create young leaders club in the school for those that are doing lead projects in the school. However, if you are not doing in the school, it is also possible that you do your lead project in the community. So what you do in the community is that what you do is in the community is that you bring young people together. If your community has community development youth groups, for instance the community I stay, there is community development youth groups where youth meet every youth meet at please we I think mute your mics, you are disturbing us, mute your mics please, mute your mics. So community community youth groups. Okay, so once you meet with the community youth groups, you tell them that you are doing a particular project, and you want young people to join you. So in the video of last one, what we did was to the one of the persons that did the lead project, the young guy gather people together. He noticed that in their community, the what's it called, the beach, they have a beach there, and then it is very dirty, so he mobilized young people together to clean the beach. And then he also led a campaign against environmental pollution, an advocacy against environmental pollution, educating people, both young and old, on environmental pollution and the effect on the community. So he led young people across board to do that. That's an example of an lead project. Okay, so you can mobilize young people to do that, take community action, whatever is lacking in your community. You can also even mobilize young people to do a certain project for your community. Then if you are mobilizing, if you have community youth groups, you liaise with them. If you do not have community youth groups, young people, youth around your environment, you can mobilize them. Then 10 20 youths, as much as you can gather, to carry out a particular task. Okay, you mobilize them to do that. But if you have a community youth groups, liaise with community youth groups in your community to do that. And then of course join us together, do that. And then if there is no community youth group in your environment, you can, after the project, you can create community youth groups. One of the things, one of our focus for the project is that we want to create about 100 new community youth groups. We believe that when young people come together in groups, they are able to achieve more, and of course their result is always faster. Okay, so we want to encourage the creation of community youth groups. So you can be the one. So once you create your community youth groups, after the project, we will take it off from there. We are going to have committees of community. We have community youth group management team, whereby we will continue to nurture the community youth groups till you can stand on it, or you take courses on how to develop communities and all those ones like that. So these are some of the things that you can do. So that is exactly what all the projects are all about. Okay, so before questions on any of the, what's it called again, so ask questions on can we ask questions on the project so far, some of the things you don't understand about the project. We are still asking questions on the project for now. If you have any question on the project, maybe some things are not clear to you on how you are going to carry out the project, we are still on how you are going to carry out the project for now. All other questions will still be attended to. How you are going to carry, if you are not clear about how you are going to carry out the project, you will tell us the project that you intend carrying out, if it is two, if it is three, even if it is one. Then tell us your major concern, how you are, the things that you don't understand about how to carry out the project. So we have Fatima one. Who else? Please, I want to see so that we can take it together. I don't like taking course, what's it called, after we finish. Some people will also take it again and like so. Please, if you have question on that, if you are not clear about how you are going to carry out the project, like I've explained now, raise up your hand so I can give you audience. If you do not raise up your hand, I will not give you audience. I won't allow you to talk, so that we won't disorganize everything. If you do not raise up your hand, I will not allow you to talk. Okay, so we have about three hands already. Okay, let me Fatima first. Fatima raised up her hand first. Okay, Fatima Sani Hassan, you tell us your name, your country, and then the project you are carrying out and the like. So let us know. Fatima, you can ask your question now.
Fatima, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
I don't think she's ready yet.
I
Okay,
think she's ready now.
okay, Fatima, you have the floor. Please talk.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we
From
can.
Nigeria, and my project is I lead.
Please be audible. You are from which country?
Nigeria,
Okay, and your project is
I lead.
okay. Please ask your question.
I don't understand the way you explain pertaining the project. How are we
Okay,
going to conduct it in our community?
the elite project, right?
Yes.
Good.
Ye-
Let me re-explain again.
Okay, thank you.
For the elite project,
Yes.
I said we said that the elite project can be in two forms. You can do it in the community. You can do it in school. Okay, if you are doing it in school, what you want to do in the school is to gather students together and teach them on responsible leadership. um we can give you we will give you a template of how you are going to go about the training. You teach them. Please mute your mics. I have said that. Please mute your mics so that we can listen. Mute your mics. Now, so you are going to what is it called? Go to, if it is school that you are going. Let's say you go to a secondary school or a high school, for instance. Then you talk to students about responsible leadership and how they are important in as leaders, and how they must prepare themselves as responsible leaders. Okay, we'll give you a template of on what you talk about. So once you talk about leadership to them, you will call out if some of them are interested in joining the what is it called, young leaders club. So that young leaders club is a post project activity for the young leaders club. Once it is created in that school, after you finish your lecture, you will create that young leaders club. We will take it up from there. We'll be collaborating with their coordinator. They will be meeting once in a while. The young leaders members, they will be learning about leadership and what leadership entails, how they can do carry out leadership activities within their locality. Okay, so that is if you want to do it in school. Fatima, I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir.
Good. That's if you want to do it in school. Now, if you want to do it in community, okay, there are two things that is involved. If you check your community, for instance, where I stay currently, we have
Yes.
what is the name of the place is Ikole in Ekiti State in Nigeria. They have Ikole Youth Association. They have youth association or youth group there. So if they have youth groups, you liaise or you meet with what is it called, the heads of the community youth groups, and then of course you introduce yourself as a volunteer for engaging community project. And then you, of course, before you go, you would have identified what you want to do in the community. Probably you observe that your community is dirty, you want to mobilize young people to clean the community. Or probably you observe that there is high environmental pollution, you can mobilize them. Or there is human trafficking in your community, or so many, or so any other social vice or any other thing that is affecting your community. You identify one, and then you present it to the community youth groups that you observe that this is this, and of course as a volunteer for engage the community, you want the community youth groups to join you in order to mobilize young people to carry out that action, community action. And then of course, if it is clean up your community, if it is advocating for probably ladies are not allowed to study, they don't go to school, if it is advocating for girl child education, if it is so many things that is wrong with your community, just identify one and then tell them this is what you want to do, and then of course mobilize them, encourage them to join along. Okay, if that's when you have community youth groups. If you do not have in that community, within your own space, your own self, some of the young people that you can mobilize to do that, maybe your friends within the community, they might even be your relative or your brothers, your community members, anyone that you can talk to and say, okay, there is a problem in this community, can we advocate for a better water, can we advocate for girl child mutilation, can we advocate against girl child mutilation, can we advocate against environmental pollution, environmental degradation, or can we clean up our community, or can we think of a particular project to encourage to improve the community. In fact, we had someone last year who mobilized fund within his community so that they can create well, for them to create well so that the community can have well. So depending on whatever problem that is facing your community, okay, so you mobilize your people to do that. I hope that is clear enough,
Yes, sir.
Fatima.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, the next person is Abdullahi Masoko. Abdullahi Masako, sorry. Please, can you, Abdullahi Masako, can you unmute yourself? Tell us your name, the country you are the country you are from, and your project. Abdullahi. Abdullahi, kindly unmute yourself. Abdullahi, I think he's not ready yet. Okay.
He's trying to get it.
Now let's go to Martin. Martin Makaswa. Martin Makaswa.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Abdullahi, see, hold on. Abdullahi, hold on for Martin. Okay, Martin Makaswa.
Yes. I don't. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I was following. Actually, my name is
What's
Martin
your
Makajo.
name? Your name, your country, and your project.
Yes, my name is Martin Makajo from Malawi. I am in
In
the
Malawi.
I educate. Yes, I'm in the educate project.
Please, what's your project?
I educate.
I educate. Okay, good.
Yes. So I've been following the presentations that the videos that you've been sending on the group. So I
Okay.
noted that in the sum of the videos, the pictures that you've been showing were those for kids in the primary section. So when it comes to creating groups, are we focusing actually kids or primary school learners, or maybe secondary school learners? I need to be
Okay,
clear on that.
I get your point. Now, I did two projects last year. I did I lead and I educate project. For educate project, I don't know if you watch the documentary. I did for secondary school, and I created SDG club in 3 secondary schools. So it's not relegated to primary school. In fact, for that SDG club, it's better you do it with secondary schools or high schools because they are well matured. You can create SDG club and they can understand better. Okay, those primary school that you are seeing, most of them were trained on a particular skill. If I remember, that's what you are seeing. Okay,
All right.
so you can
And
do it in
also,
secondary school. Secondary school is preferable.
all right.
Okay.
And
Do you have
another
any other
question.
question?
Yes.
Okay, please ask your question.
Do you actually allow partnership with, let's say, local organization? For example, let's say I'm coming from another organization locally in my country, and also I'm in this where I want to volunteer myself to do this. Do you allow partnerships? Like my local organization should be able to work with your organization, or else you want me
Of
to
course,
individual?
you can bring forth the name of your organization and the likes. We will add you to the list of partners. Partnership, in fact, that's the beauty of Africa, and that's what we're advocating for. That we should partner together to take the country forward, the continent forward. Very allowed. Just reach out to the project director about your organization and everything. Give him the
All
details and then give him the logo and the flyer and everything of your organization. We add it to the partners. Then your organization can
all right.
mobilize your members to do it, and then we will recognize you. We
All
will
right.
give you
Thank you very
certificate
much.
of partnership.
Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Yeah, I got it.
okay, thank you. Reach out to director of projects, Abi. Okay, the next person is Abdullahi Masakwa. Masak Abdullahi, you have the floor now. Unmute yourself. Abdullahi, is he there? Abdullahi. Okay, I think he's not there. I don't know where he's. Now let's have Muhammad. Muhammad. Okay, Abdullah is here. Okay, Abdullah, let's have you. Introduce yourself, your name, your country, and your project. Please, please, everybody, let's mute our mind so we can hear him very well. Your Abdullah from Sierra Leone, right? Your project. Your project is what? Your project is what, Abdullah? Eh? I skill. We can't hear you very well. Please be audible. Be audible.
Yes, our project is ICL. We are working as, let me say, on youth formation, on waste recycling, on recycling of waste.
Abdullah, please, I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, you are now
you
audible.
me now?
Yes, very clear now.
Yes. We are working on a recycling company on the use that use them on waste recycling into the new product. That is what our project focus on. That is why.
Wait, you are talking about iSkill, Abi?
Yes.
So you are saying
on that particular basis,
I'm training. Okay,
yes.
Please continue.
On this particular activity, learn then how to create new products out of waste material. That is what we are working. So we want to reduce the waste.
I am Abdullah. Sorry, please. I can barely hear you. Okay, you know what you are going to do for me, Abdullah?
Hello?
Can you type it in the chat box, Abdullah? Type your question in the chat box.
Hello?
For those of us that are here, please can some of you type your question in the chat box if you have question. Put it in the comment section. I think that will be better. So I'll be picking it from there. While I'll also go to the WhatsApp group. I want us to finish question on how we are going to do the project before we start any other question. I want us to finish questions on how the project will go and every other things so that everybody can be clear about how the project will go. Then we will now be asking other questions that is related to the project. Okay, please, everyone, do well to put your question. If you have any, let me check. I'll be checking the comment section now. I'm at the comment section now. Please, for those of you that have raised up your hand, please put your question in the chat box. Abioye, project director.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I'm
please
here
let
with
me
you,
let
sir.
me screenshot and fetch out all the questions from the WhatsApp group. Let me screenshot
Okay.
them so that once we finish this one, we can go immediately to asking questions, answering questions relating to that. I'm
All
waiting for
right,
a
sir.
question in the comment box if you have any. Now, if you do not have, if for those that do not have, I hope I'll be calling one or two persons now to be very sure you understand, because what we want to do now is we want to make sure that you are very clear about what you want to do. You are very, very clear. You know exactly what you want to do. That's the essence of having this live session. You want to be very sure that you know exactly what you want to do. Okay, we are working on recycling of waste material to new product. We organize youth and train them on recycling of waste. Yes, it's fine. Abdullahi, it is very, very fine. That means that you can also reach out to the project director. You can list your organization to partner. Okay, you can list your organization to partner with the project. So now during the time of this project now is part of it. During the time of this project now, what you are going to do is mobilize as much youth as possible. So you should be looking at training about 200 to 300 young people on how to recycle waste. It's very fine, very, very fine. It's lovely. So you can list your organization with the project director. We register you as part of the partners, and then you drop your logos. It's very, very fine. Okay, it's very, very fine. Now, other persons should drop their questions as well. My name is Innocent from I'm educated. My question is going to, can we get a letterhead? Of course, you are going to get a letterhead. In fact, we are going to give you, once you are going to school, you just, and that's the importance of the pre-project form. So you will fill the name of the school that you are going to and every other thing like that, so that we can help you prepare a letter using the organization letterhead, and then you take it there. You are going to get a letterhead. Very well, very well. That you are going to get a letterhead. Okay, who else? Now, I'm Sian from Kenya. My project is I lead. Is there any other activities to do apart from leadership? Like I've said, if you have watched the it is not necessary that you train them on leadership. If you are mobilizing them for community action, it's also leadership. It is not compulsory that you train. If it is when you are going to school that you teach them on leadership. If it is in community, I remember by Conte from Sierra Leone, what he did. Let me tell you 4 people that did I lead last year. No, is it 4? There are more than 4, but that we picked out. Okay, we picked out 4 persons last year. Their project were outstanding. James Kowoma from Sierra Leone. What James did was that he gathered about 20 young people. He gathered about 20 young people in his community, and then they observed that the beach is always dirty, and then he mobilized them to go and clean the beach. He took permission from the community head. They went to clean the beach. They took videos, they took pictures and the likes. In fact, the community appreciated them for doing that. That's I lead project. Is already I lead. Again, he also did a community advocacy on environmental pollution. So what he did was call the all community members together, and then they were teaching them on how to keep the environment clean. Then there was one, he was going from house to house to talk about how they are supposed to clean their environment. Then so he got some youth to work with him. So they divided themselves. They were going to from house to house. That is also I lead. So it is not necessarily that you teach on leadership. The only addition we, please mute your mics, please. I think we have said that times without number. The only addition we mentioned under I lead was that whether you are doing it in community, if you are doing it in community and your community do not have community youth organization, if your community do not have community youth organization before, we want you to be the person that will fast track the creation of the community youth organization. Our goal is to see young people coming together within their local community, and then of course they discuss about the community and improve the community. There will be meeting times from time to time. We want, but if you have in your community, when you have community youth organization, if you have community youth organization in your group or community development association, which is for the youth association, you're very fine. You don't need it. But if you don't have, we want you to take the boldness as a leader, as an I lead advocate, to create community youth association in your community, and then you mobilize young people to carry out various actions. I hope I've been able to answer your question. Sian from Kenya, have I been able to answer your question? If you have any other question, put it on the comment box. Okay. Is it allowed to work with many schools? No, you can work with many schools. In fact, I told you last year I created 4 SDG club in 4 schools. As much schools that you can work with. In fact, we are still going to talk about award. We are going to have an opening ceremony next week by the grace of God. We are going to be having and I think we have one person from Malawi. We are going to be having the Minister of Youth for Malawi will be coming here to address us. Okay, and then we are going to be having some of our board members coming across as well. Professor Eri from University of South Africa will also be around. So we are working on 2 other ministers to come around, one from Ghana and one from Nigeria. Okay, so to grace, and then if they are not, Minister of Youth have been confirmed. During the closing ceremony as well, we are going to be having invited. Oh, very good. We are going to be having the person from Malawi. We are going to be having invited guests coming at the closing ceremony too. We are going to be giving awards to the best projects. Okay. Now, some of the criteria of the best projects is that the number of projects that you do is part of it. The quality of the project, the number of people that you directly impact. If you have created community youth groups, it's going to be there. So there are specifications during the opening ceremony. We are going to be mentioning the specification for the award. Okay. So so you can do as much project as possible, and then you can go to as much schools as possible. Then create as much SDG clubs as possible. Impart directly as much students because we will get that data. The number of students that you talk to, the number of clubs that you created, the number of community youth groups that you created, the number of youth that you mobilized, the number of youth that you train on skill, the number of young leaders club you created, and stuff like that. The data are very important. Okay. Now, my name is George from an executive director of Community Care Trust. I want to know, are you providing materials for our? We have not reached all the questions like this. We are still focusing on whether people understand what to do with the project. That do they understand what they are going to do? That's what we are still settling. So once you have through with that, I'll start answering questions on this. Okay. I think I hope everyone is now clear. I hope everyone is now clear about the project. I hope everyone is now clear. Everybody knows what to do, right? Please, if you know what to do now, put it in the comment box. put yes, that you know what exactly you want to go and do. Please put yes in the chat box. So we want to be very sure people know what they want to do, exactly what they want to do. Also, if you know what you want to do exactly, what you are going to do, please put yes in the comment box. If you are still doubting, put I am still doubting, and let us know your doubt. Okay, I think people are saying yes, so i assume I assume everybody know what you want to do now. Okay, good. I think we can now proceed. I beg your pardon, I've just joined. Repeat what we have. What peace amolo, what we have discussed, how we are going to do the project, and then I was asking people if they understand what exactly what they want to do. That was what I was asking. So you can meet with the project director. He will put you through if you still have any question on it. Okay, let's go to other questions that are related to the project now. Now let me start with, now if you have any other question that are not related to, I have someone for my stage. Can we? Yes, yes, yes. Partnership is very, very allowed. Partnership is very, very. That's what I said. That partnership is key to achieving success. So you can partner with as many people as possible. Your friends, your what's it called? You can go and do it together. Now our joy is that you just want to see young people committed to growth out of their own volition. They just want to see a better space. That is, it's an opportunity for you to just express yourself, just to do something that is worthwhile. Okay, so you can now questions that are not. Yes, it's okay to partner, very, very okay, it's okay. It is a nice video. I was able to get clear idea. My question, who is my question? Okay, it is a nice, I was able to clear it, but will volunteer be given teaching equipment? Like my case now, I was able to teach about how to use computer and some application, but at that time I like computers at my sister, and my same is 40. Okay, I have watched it. My only who has a skill and should be able, I have watched the I have watched it that, but my question is, requires only a person who has a skill and should be able to teach others, and someone who doesn't have the skill, rather to use people who have skill, mobilize the youth to train them. Okay, okay, so, okay. I think I will answer the first one. Georgina Shaban was asking, what if you do not have a skill, but you have someone that have a skill, and then can the person teach them? Yes. So that means you are collaborating with the person. I think we had someone like that from Cameroon. I want to, Pride Open, and because I don't forget name, Pride Open and Vanessa. Yes, Pride Open and Vanessa. Pride do not know how to teach people how to make bead, but engage, talk to Vanessa, who is able to make bead. Vanessa is her friend. Okay, you can maybe can we mobilize people, and he was just supporting her. Vanessa was teaching them how to make beads. So it is very possible. You might not have the skill, but if your friend have, you can both work together. Both of you will be recognized as the owner of the project. I hope that one has answered the question. Okay, if you are a young person, okay, that's connection. Now somebody said, now as at present we do not give equipment. I think that was the person. So what I would just suggest, what I was just want to teach people computer skill. Now I want to get your question. Like my case now, I was to teach about the use of computer and some application. The question is, the person that asks is Samuel Olushola Jacob, are you teaching in school or you are teaching people in community? If you are teaching in school and they have computer in the place, you can get their computer to teach. but as at present we are not giving any equipment out. Okay, now this is a post in project execution. There is something that is called pilot project, and that is something that is called post pilot project and then main project. Pilot and post pilot project are test run if you are into social development very well. Now in that you are just testing how the thing is before you now go for funding. At the very moment this project is not funded by any organization and the likes. Now the reason is that of course we've had opportunities to get it funded, but we are looking at a situation where last year we just selected about 15 to 20 persons to carry out the project. This year we have over 400 now. After this year, by next year now, we will not it's not a pilot again. It becomes project where we get funding, then we can supply people with material and what is it called, and other things like that. Okay, so in that case for now the project as at present is not funded. So every participant are doing it on their own volition. They are doing it out of their free will. No monetary support. Of course, like I've said the other time, when we introduced you, that the only thing we want to do is that as a rewards for our volunteer, we have listed the rewards that will be for our volunteers and the likes. So those are the rewards we have listed. But for now, in terms of seed funding, in terms of provision of equipment, we do not have that because it is still a pilot project. So by next year, God willing, it becomes a project that will be well funded. Okay, that will be well funded. So and I also even like to also see all of you again next year. So this is a pilot project. I hope I've been able to answer that question. Now, is there another question? Let me check again. Now, can you do 2 or 3 projects? Like I register a skill, so I can do more in their skill. You can do 2 or 3 projects. Like I said, I did 2 projects last year. I lead. I went to 3 communities, and I also, like we have said the other time, our members of our organization, the executive, we are going to be doing the projects. Even as the executive director, I'll be on the field. I'll also be doing my skill project. I'll be doing my what's it called. So everybody is on the field doing the project. We are doing it because we have passion to better our community. Okay, so you can do. I lead and I educate project last year, and I did 4 educate project. I did 3 I lead projects, even 4 I lead projects. So I did 8 projects in total last year. So you can do more than that. Okay, somebody said, can your organization support us to build training center? Well, I think I have said that the other time. This is a pilot project. For now we are not doing any support because financial literacy education, I will answer that question. Okay, so for now we are not supporting, no seed funding, and like, it's a pilot project. It is after this project now we will now reach out to our development partners. Okay, our young people have been able to do this and that, and that is why it is very important that some of you, all of you, participate in this project and then come back next year and also participate again, because by that next year, once you have the funding and everything, we consider those people that have done it in the previous years first before any other person. Okay, so by that, and of course we are also looking at because you have done this project now, part of your reward is that we are looking at some projects, like some programs like business development program, social enterprise program. In our social enterprise program, we are looking at working with development organization that can support social enterprise like yours, to fund them to be able to do some of the things. So we are still working on that. Because you are part of this project now, we give you more priority when those things are in place. And that's why all of these things are well documented. Your project that you did and every other thing, your organization name and everything, they are well documented, so that when you now apply, okay, we will now say this person has volunteered before, we are giving the person priority to be part of this seed funding and every other thing like that. So I hope, but like I've said, this present project is a pilot project, no, not funded at all, and we made it like that because we want to test run it for the second time, and be able to come out with measurables that we can present to partners and donors for the future. I hope I've been able to answer that question. Okay, someone said, is financial literacy? Yes, it's a skill. Financial literacy, digital skills, they are all skills. You can do it if you want to do it. It's a skill. And then someone said, are we going to present our project? Are we going to present our project? Now, this is how your project will go. Once you fill the pre-project form, the pre-project form, I want us to listen, it's a good question. The pre-project form gives us information about how you want to do the project. For instance, if I'm going to Ologede secondary school, I'll put it there that I want to do a educate project. I'm going to Ologede school. The number of students I want to go and reach out to, there are 300 students. Those are pre-project form. It gives us information about the project that we want to do. After you finish the project, there is a post-project form that you are going to fill. That, okay, at the end of this project, is a form that you are going to fill in just 2 minutes. So it's not something to fear about. So okay, after the project, I was able to train or reach out to 300 students. I went to so school. So you got give those information. Now, so it's not like you are presenting your project, but the only thing is that when you are going for your project at your project center, you are going to take videos and pictures, because those are evidences that you carry out the project. So you are going to give videos and pictures. It is those videos that we are going to turn to documentary. We are going to be by the grace of God, this year's documentary is quite going to be different, because this year documentary will be featured in some newspaper. In fact, I just spoke to one radio station, the MCI radio station in Uganda. It's going to be featured on BBC, some of the documentaries. Okay, so we are working on so we need those videos so that when we are doing the documentary, we can compile them together. And then some of you that your project are top notch, we are going to select some of you that our project are top notch. You are going to be granting media interviews. We are going to take you to African Rights TV. We are going to take you to Africa is My Home TV. We are going to take you to Sweet TV. And of course some other words you call. So some of you will be joining us live on national TVs and the likes for your projects. Okay, so these are some of the things. So the only thing is that you are not giving any. The report is just fill the form that I trained 300 people, I did this, I did that. Okay, and then with videos and pictures, you take a lot of very clear pictures of what you have done. Probably is it landscape now, landscape format, and then you take videos. When you are doing the project, you have someone to help you take videos. What's it called? Help you take videos on what you have done and the likes. You take very meaningful and clear videos at intervals. Then we are going to be granting some interviews with some of you as well. Our media team will grant you interview. So when we are doing the documentary, your interview can feature. Okay. Doing your project, can we upload pictures and video on the platform? Yeah, you'll be requested to compile your pictures and videos. They are going to be, all of them, they are going to be edited and then put normal. We'll put Engage the Community Project 2022. You will take full credit. Your name will be there, everything, because you are the one that did it. And of course, once you submit it, you can also put it on your own social media platforms and the likes. So they are your power, they are your glory, they are your pride that you have been able to do something that is meaningful for your community. Okay, And then of course most of these things they carry weight a lot, because when you are applying for international fellowships, internships and the likes, they want to see what you have done in the previous years. And then we'll be able to give you recommendation letters. If you are going for Mandela Washington Fellowship, we have one of our members currently in the US as Mandela Washington Fellow. So before you apply, although we are going to be training you, after the project. Those are project activity. We are going to be training you. If you do the project, Neil, if you do the project, we are going to be training you on how to apply for Mandela Washington Fellowship, Desmond Tutu Fellowship. So these are some of the things they are going to be requesting for. What are the things you have done so far? So I want to encourage you to do as many as possible, so that when you are applying for that kind of internship, fellowships, you have substantial thing to present that this is what you have contributed to the growth of the community, to the growth of African what's it called. So you are going to be uploading the pictures, and then you are going to be asked to upload it on your social media platform, tag 3D Africa and stuff like that. Don't worry, all those will be mentioned once you finish the project. But make sure you are taking good pictures, clear pictures, videos of how you are teaching or how you are doing your projects and the likes, and they are very important. Okay. Now, how are you going to ensure that you keep in touch with different organizations simply because they are from different countries? And hence, it's got to make a follow up, empower them so that you can get food from the pilot bit of it. Okay. Now, like I've said, the certificate you are going to give you, maybe let me explain a bit. You are going to be giving certificate of participation, and if you do outstandingly well, you are going to be giving community development advocate certificate, a badge that makes you a community development advocate. So as an advocate, you are going to remain on our platform. You are not going. Please mute your mic. You are not going to leave the platform at the end of the project, because we will want you to continue. Okay, you are going to be on the platform. So for instance, this is what we are going to do after these are post project activities. Now once the project is completed, we are going to sort it out. For those of you that have created SDG club in schools, of course you will be requested that you appoint a coordinator for the SDG club coordinator in the school that you have gone. You are going to give us the names and everything. We are going to create a group for them. Okay, if you have created community youth groups, you are going to give us a representative of the community youth group that you created. We are going to have a group for them. If you have created young leaders club in school, we are going to have a group for them, like that. So it will be well documented. We are going to be, of course, and that is why you are going to become our community development advocate. Okay, so as a community development, you are going to be our liaison officer, or we are going to have a liaison officer in the school. We are going to be communicating with them once in a while. How is their group going on? And then as organizations, probably you are an organization, you carry out the project and the like. We are going to be engage the community project partner. We are going to give you a letter of official partnership. Okay, so we are going to have a group for you as well. So when other projects are coming in that require donors and the likes, we are going to recommend you. Okay, so we are going to keep in touch. So that's that. Then how long are you giving us for the project? And it is going to continue with the project you have already started. Okay, well, for the project, now the duration is, we are giving enough time. What we intentionally want to do before was to start with I skill first, followed by I lead, followed by educate. So when the project is launched July 21, July, August and September, the project will end September 21. So you have full 2 months to carry out the project. 2 full months, from July 21 to August 21, August 21 to September 21. The project will close officially September 24. And then we have the closing ceremony September 25. Or no, September 21. Officially it will close September 21. We are going to be giving your report and every other thing between 21 to 23rd or 24th, and then we'll do the closing ceremony September 25. Okay, so you have 2 months. We are going to be giving you details very soon on those are post project activities. Okay, what about other countries like Uganda who do not have TV stations you have mentioned? Will your media time come to my country? Well, what we are doing is we are we are working with different medias, and that is why we are working with the central media first. For instance, African Rights TV covers all of Africa. Okay, African Rights TV is viewed across Africa. So we are working with centralized media organization for now. If you are not able to get a local media, and that is why one of the things we want to do that the project director will put on the group is that if you have media in your country, and then you have contact of media in your country and you want us to connect with them, you can give us the contact. We will connect with them so that we can also partner with any of the media in your country. Okay, we will roll out that information very soon. Okay, but we are working with first centralized media body like Africa is my home, African report file, African Rights TV, etc, like that. So those are centralized that they cover all of Africa, that all countries are they are attached to them. Okay, that's that on that. Okay, I think I've been able to answer almost every question that is there. Do you have any other question? Okay, if there is none, another thing I also want to make sure is that we are going to be appointing country representatives. We are going to be appointing country representatives. The project director will put it on the. So what you want to do generally is that so that you can monitor yourself. If you are in a particular country, probably those are in Uganda, so they can monitor themselves. Oh, I'm doing my project. So you can even partner and work together. The reason why we are doing that is that at the end of the project, we are still going to announce, we are still going to tell you some of the things we want, why, some of the reasons why we are doing that. Because at the end of the project, we still want us to continue to partner together. Okay? Some of the country representatives that will be appointed, we put them on probation, they can become the country representative of the organization later on. So I'm just giving you hints. I'm not supposed to tell you that. So we're going to be appointing country representatives and the likes. So I think but the people you put to address our concern don't reply back. Okay. Please. Which are the people? I think the project director has been responsive. However, what we are going to do is we are going to add 2 or 3 more people to you. We have added 2 persons before. Yeah, I'll answer this question. I'm coming now. We had 3 more persons. We had 3 more persons to. We had 3 more persons to. What is it called? To you. To the group that will be answering your questions. Okay. So we are very sorry for that. Don't worry. You get across. You get people to answer your questions. Okay. Then is there any 3D Africa? We do not have official partner, but we have co-partners like um, Global Youth Network, Patrick. We usually partner with Patrick. We have Skill Rise Africa by Leslie Ade. We have African Youth SDG Summit by Emmanuel Amapate. Those are people we have in Ghana that works with us. Okay. Um, we have people that we work with in Ghana. Okay. I hope I've been able to answer questions. So is there any other question that everyone want to ask? Is there any other question that anyone want to ask? I want us, please ask your question. Ask your question. Okay, if there is no question, by the grace of God, like we have said, we are going to be giving certificate of training for those that have undergone the training. Next week, by the grace of God, we are going to be having. Now, between now and next week, we want you to go. We want you to go and start preparing very well. We have asked you to fill the pre-project form. Um, we have asked you to fill. We have asked you to fill the pre-project form. Okay, so between now and the weekend, make sure you what's it called, you reach out to you fill the forms so that we can know it is those that fill the form that we know that they are serious, that they want to do the project. If you do not fill the form, like I told the project director, it is not, even if you are 1,000 on the platform, it is those that fill the form and actually carry out the project that are ambassadors, that really want to serve their fatherland, their mother continent. Okay, so I will advise that we fill the form, and then at the long run, if you once you start working on your project now, if you need to go to the school that you want to do, where you want to do it, go visit the place and like give us information. If there's any problem, let us know. Start doing that before the launch of the project. So before next week now, we want to have at least have people that say, okay, people that will be participating, oh, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, so we can put it document. So when we are presenting it, our board chairman will be available. So I will be presenting you to him officially that Mr. Chairman, sir, so number of persons have indicated interest and will be volunteering for 2022 engage the community project. And then we'll give them the statistics that 30 persons from Ghana, 8 persons from Nigeria will be giving statistics, and then they are going to be going to schools. Please, we want you to have done that. So next week Thursday, God willing, 7 p.m. GMT, we're going to be having what's it called? The launch of the project. Now again, the project director also put an information now. Although it is not, we did not make it compulsory. Last year we had people do it like that too. Now for you to make your project colorful, we gave a shirt sample. I don't know if you has, Abeye, please, have you given the shirt sample out? Last year this was what we used. I don't know
No,
if, have you given it out?
no, I've not. I will drop it tonight. I will drop
Okay.
it on
I don't know
the group
if
tonight.
anyone can see my shirt. I don't know where they put engage the, let me off my suit. Okay. So do we have engage the community project? You have the engage the community project there. Can you see engage the community project? Let me on the video of this. You can see my, what's it called, my phone now. That this was the shirt we used last year, engage the community project 2021. Okay, so but we are not making it compulsory, just to make your, and if you check the videos and the pictures of the project last year, you will see that some our volunteers also, they did shirts for themselves, so you can as well do it for yourself and then to make your project colorful. Okay, so that's that on that. If there is any other thing, we will get across to you, and then if there's any question, you can also drop it on the group. Thank you so much. Like I usually say, that there are two things generally that projects like this are always important for. Apart from the aesthetic value, I use the word aesthetic in the sense that you derive joy, you derive satisfaction for those of you that have passion for impact in affecting other people's life, in making impact in your community. And you can always make reference to it that so year I will volunteer for this. My own experience is a very long journey because I volunteer for a lot. and it has connected me with a lot of people across board. And then one of the things you should know now is that all fellowships now, fellowships, internship, global, what's it called, they are requesting that, they are requesting for your impact projects, what you have done. That's one of the reasons why you have to take it serious and do it very well, and make sure that you give it your best, you do as much as possible. Why? Because a lot of, if you are going for Mandela Washington, if you are Desmond Tutu, IREX, if you are going for a whole lot of them, they will ask you, what are your impact projects, what have you done, what have you, how have you committed to the growth of a better society. So these are testimonials. These projects serve as testimonials. They serve as your archives that you can bank on. Because one of our members that is in US currently for the Mandela Washington, when they ask you interview, you cannot lie. What you have not done, you cannot say you have, because there will be evidences. Then from the experience that you are going to be sharing, they will know that you are lying or you are not lying. So these are some of the things that in fact scholarships now they are requesting for that. um, you are part of one thing or the other. In fact, me as an educator in the education field too now, any award, any recognition, global teachers prize and every other thing, they are requesting for your global impact. What have you done for the betterment of the, so I want us to take the project serious. You are really doing yourself a whole lot of good. And funny enough, you on the field, you meet a lot of opportunities. Some of the things you are not even expecting, and you meet a lot of people. Somebody will say, and I like your initiative, and so on like that. So make sure that you take them serious, and then let's start the planning from now. By weekend, we want to start getting information, as the project director have rightly said. So having said that, thank you so much everyone for your time. I hope this live session has been so um, impactful for us. This live session has been so impactful for us. Okay, so thank you so much. For those that missed any of the information, the by evening the session will be uploaded on YouTube for us to um, watch. Now, project director, like I've said, I don't know why we have about 300 plus on the group. Some persons are not joining the session. I don't know why. We are disciplined here. Of course, it's volunteering. You are giving your time, your energy, your money, and the likes. But at the same time, what is worth doing at all is worth doing well. Once they miss this information, how are they going to get it? And then, like I've said, before the launch of the project, we are going to filter the group. Those that have submitted their what's it called? Those that have submitted their pre-project what's it called are those that we know that are serious. Even if they are just 100 out of the 400 persons, we are it's fine and good. Okay, so but it's not about the multitude. It's about people that are willing to serve and that want to contribute their quota to the growth of their community and Africa at large. So, project director, I don't know if you have one or two things to say. I have mentioned that we are going to be appointing country directors, where you are country representative that will be coordinating them, country coordinators. I've mentioned that we are going to put information on the group that those what is it called? Those people that have media people, any media what's it called in their country, we can reach out to the medias of their country. So those were the two information I passed when you were not around, project director. So thank you so much for having me. So by the grace of God, we are going to have a colorful project launch next Thursday, God willing. So project director, over to you. Thank you, and God bless you.
Executive Director, sir, I really appreciate your time tonight. And to everyone that has deemed it fit to attend tonight's section, I really say a very big thank you to you too. So in case there is any question that is still bothering your mind that we're unable to attend to tonight, do well to drop them, and we shall attend to every necessary question that might be bothering your mind. At the same time, I want to use this medium to encourage everyone, try as much as possible to reach out to your colleagues that are on the main group, that when we have like section, they should try as much as possible to participate and not just to overlook it. It's very, very important. These are sections whereby you can pour out your mind. So I'll be dropping some information tonight. Do well to read them and give me necessary feedback that are required. Thank you once again. I look forward to seeing everybody on the feed of impact and influence as we build our mother continent Africa together. I love you all. Thank you and God bless you. Stay blessed and stay productive. So we'll be
Thank
signing
you,
out
everyone.
tonight. We'll
Thank
be
you.
ending it here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, let's close the meeting.